It's the 1970s, and the nation is running a fever, a Saturday night fever, as the American music scene hustles and bumps its way into the decade.
Those of us who were around in '79 and the late '70s remember what the music was back then. It was disco.
Dance floors are alive with the beat of the Village People, Donna Summer and the Bee Gees. And somehow, amidst the swirls of silk shirts and strutting platform shoes, the reign of the Queen of Soul is falling on deaf ears.
It wasn't hitting for her. This happens in pop music. Usually it means that it's over and that you tour on your hits for the rest of your life. But this was Aretha we were talking about.
It all changes when Hollywood comes calling in 1980. Up-and-coming director John Landis, hot off the success of Animal House, is making The Blues Brothers.
We're on a mission from God.
Landis has John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. But who they really want is Aretha Franklin.
The studio thought, well, don't you want people younger and hipper? They weren't sure. I mean, and also this is old music. They kept saying, you know, don't you want disco? How about Donna Summer?
12 minutes before the hour, Aretha Franklin has been known for a long time as the Queen of Soul.
Aretha appears on Good Morning America with her then husband, actor Glenn Turman.
Did you have fun making that film?
It was a ball. Early in the morning, but a ball.
You liked acting?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And shooting that was really interesting because Aretha Franklin, very much like James Brown and B.B. King, other performers I've worked with, have difficulty lip syncing. And the reason they have difficulty lip syncing to playback is they never sing a song the same way twice.
Boom.
The impact of that film? Anyone who thinks Aretha is over, you better think. Well, they better just think again.
Oh, freedom, 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 freedom.
When she sings the word freedom has never sounded like that.
On another Good Morning America appearance, Diane Sawyer talks with her about the making of the Blues Brothers.
John Landis called me and asked me to be in it, and I was delighted and honored to do so.
What that movie did for her was bring her to a new audience who really were not familiar with her music because they were too young or they were, you know, at the disco.
And I think when people watched it, they thought, Aretha, there's Aretha being great again. People may have forgotten, and that got people thinking about Aretha once more.
The 80s also brings an important new partnership.
I think the 80s was important for Aretha for a number of reasons. Number one, Clive Davis.
All I know is currently she's still great in person. She still captures the magic.
If the Blues Brothers was the vehicle that relaunched Aretha, the song and video that put her back on the road to success, Freeway to Love.
We love Freeway of Love because we see her being joyous. We see our beloved diva, our beloved gospel star, having the time of her life.
And the only reason that our Freeway of Love would get on your nerves is because they played it so much. You couldn't go, like, grocery store, elevator, in your car radio, like, listening to radio at home. It was just everywhere. Aretha's 80s were magnificent. She had it figured out.
Another music video starring another music legend, George Michael, plays a part in the Queen's comeback.
Knew You Were Waiting for Me. Another huge hit.
Yeah.
Big one.
When they are harmonizing, it is very powerful.
And he says she was an idol. For him, it was a dream come true to sing with her.
I mean, George Michael's a soul singer, so he better be praying at the altar of Aretha Franklin.
George Michael very much wants to make this record with Aretha, and it becomes a huge pop hit in the UK, a major, major hit for her there, a hit here in the US where it also wins a Grammy.
Even as her career is again taking flight, Aretha's fear of flying keeps her grounded.
Sort of like Air Force One. It's Aretha One. Air Force One on wheels, on the ground.
As she showed Cynthia McFadden in this never-before-aired footage from ABC Archives, the Queen was perfectly happy taking the bus.
I'll be flying, but I'll be flying on a custom bus. But it's great because I get to see America now.
And America sees her as a national treasure, which leads to a crowning achievement in 1987.
She's the first woman, not first black woman, though that's not a bad thing at all, but she's the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in a class of men.
That was a major moment.
As the Queen of Soul, it makes sense that she would be the first woman to go in. I mean, like, what woman would be ahead of her?
You could say it's a great honor, but she was Aretha. She honored the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame probably more than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame honored her.
Joining us now live from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, the remarkable Aretha Franklin. You look fabulous tonight, Aretha.
Years later, Aretha, sporting one of her show-stopping hats, makes an appearance on Nightline with Forrest Sawyer, marking the opening of the museum in Cleveland.
I see you're paying tribute to Bob Dylan's song Blowin' in the Wind.
Right, I love it. Absolutely.
Well, it's a beautiful hat. You became the very first woman ever to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How did you feel when you first heard the news?
Oh, I was highly flattered. It's a wonderful feeling to be alongside your contemporaries, and to be the first woman just was kind of overwhelming.
That didn't necessarily cast her in a higher orbit. She was already there.
Yeah.
They just recognized it.
Yes, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Grammys, all these people recognize the greatness. They cannot elevate Aretha any more than Aretha's already elevated herself with the records that she made. You are recognizing that you noticed her genius. You are not giving her anything she doesn't already have.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.